So before I start working, I've been doing this thing where I go running 8 to 10 Ks every day, and then I get back and I start painting around. I wake up really late, so I start painting around maybe 5 to 6. Then I eat, and then I paint until like, oh wow, like 4 a.m. My first meal I usually have around an hour before I go running. I woke up really late lately, especially like I've been waking up at 2 p.m. and I think overall my work schedule or the amount of hours I work every day is probably around like 9 to 10 hours. We're gonna be using this Van Gogh watercolor palette. My fingers are a bit wet right now. I haven't cleaned it. I'm gonna actually wipe it real quick. And these are the brushes that I'll be using today or these next couple of days. Let's get started then. For this piece, I'm using watercolors as I just showed you guys. I normally paint, or I feel most comfortable, most in love when I paint with oil painting. So this is a little bit different, but I love to do different things. So it's actually more common that I try something different to my comfort zone than actually abiding to my comfort zone, if you've been following my channel. So I am using a pretty controlled approach to using these watercolors. I'm using small brushes. I would like to do more watercolors and play around more with larger brush strokes and different amounts of water, perhaps wetting the entire paper. But for this piece, I decided to just do something more controlled. Also because the outlines and the thing that I'm painting is really not controlled and came directly out of my subconscious, my imaginations, my mood. And the reason for painting something really crazy today is because, or it's not just today, I won't be finishing this in one day, probably a couple of days, is the reason is because I've been doing some more realistic paintings of late, as well as some really abstract pieces. So I've been playing around with representational paintings alongside an abstract Make-A-Wish series that I haven't showed you guys yet. I've just been making so much work, and editing videos take time, and I've been a little bit lazy about editing videos because I would much rather, I'm just in the mood of making new pieces, and it kind of ebbs and flows how I want to spend my creative time. So you're just gonna have to wait, but I will be showing you guys what I've been making as I go. However, if you want to get a glimpse of the new pieces that I've made, as usual, go check out my Patreon account. I do post photos of behind the scenes kind of stuff that I've been working on there, so you get a quick glimpse of that. Anyway, back to why I'm painting something really trippy and weird. It's just because I am getting a little sick of doing really abstract work. I'm getting a little sick of making really representational work, and I wanted an in-between to meditate and get into that flow state. I do achieve a flow state during almost anything, doing anything creative. However, when I'm painting something that has no purpose, no story, no meaning, it's just in the complete present moment, such as this piece, I am able to go and, I suppose, transcend even further. Because there's just I can't really justify this process to anything tangible or, yeah. So I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not thinking about a series. I don't have a collection in mind. I just have the present moment in mind. And that's what this piece is all about and represents to me. I do think, from my experience, if you work creatively, and that's your job and that's just what you do, it really does help to have multiple avenues of expression that you can resort to at different moments. So if you're feeling sick of creating something new, or you don't want to get into that flow state, like you feel like you're just, I don't know, like maybe you are a little bit more grounded in the material world at this very moment, then for me, those are the times that I will quite enjoy editing videos. Although I need to train myself to edit videos all the time, it's just not my specialty. It's something that I'm doing specifically for you guys because I want to be able to share. So I have a wider vision than the one of me just engulfing myself in the creative process. I want to be able to share that with you guys. However, the act of doing that, it just takes so much time, and I'm sacrificing a lot of my valuable time where I can just focus on this moment and maybe just focus on the juices that I'm getting out of the process. So I'm trying to be a little bit selfless by making these videos for y'all. And I hope you appreciate it because it really does take a lot of my time. I've been a bit lazy about it, but I want to get back onto that routine and be able to share more of what I'm doing. Another thing that I've been doing lately a lot is to work a bit more reserved with color, so more monochrome. And with this painting, I decided to just not think about that at all. Really just go for any color that comes to mind and just flow. Quick shout out to my friend who lets me use his music in the background of my videos, Van Elst Music. The link is below. Go check him out. He has a Spotify account. Really amazing guy, amazing music. That's why I vibe with his stuff when I'm painting, guys. And also, if you want to see more of my art, check out my Instagram. And if you want to see even more of my work, then check out Patreon, become a patron, help support me tangibly. It would mean a lot. And of course, the easiest way to see more of my videos is by subscribing. I will do my best to get my shit together and edit these videos timely so I can get back onto the weekly schedule. There's a lot of videos coming up, seriously, a lot. So they're all pretty cool. So just hang in there. They're coming, I'm improving. I'm doing this last final stretch, final whatever you want to interpret this section. Maybe it's a river, maybe it's a road. Please let me know in the comments below actually what you think this painting is about, what you think this section is about. Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts, even potential title ideas. Anyways, I'm doing this last section with acrylics because I decided this piece needed some texture. It's the oil like crazies in me. I just love texture. I had to go in and add some plastic, add some acrylic on there. I'm seriously loving how this is turning out. And she's done. Here is the final. I'm gonna be honest, I might actually deepen some of the shades at a later date, but I hope you guys enjoyed the process. Until next time.